Hey guys, welcome back. Today is a quick and easy eye bright tutorial. I know a lot of you have been waiting for this one in particular. Eyes definitely are what really capture and create the photo in my opinion. So pretty excited to do this tutorial for you guys. There are several ways that you can edit eyes. This is an easier one, but it still gives those high-end results. So let's get right into it. So for those of you that are new, this is also video 3 in the series for just achieving the overall look. And this is the end result of the photo that we're working towards. But this technique can be used on as a standalone, so it can be used for any photo. So what we're going to do is just zoom in just to the eyes here, and I'm just going to create a new layer. So again, for those of you that don't remember how to create that layer, is we go up into layer, new, layer via copy, and then we're going to get a new layer, and we're going to go over here to the left side, and above the letter T, there's like this little magnifying glass looking thing. If we click on that, give it a right click, we get these tools. So one of them is called Dodge, one of them is called Burn, and one of them is called Sponge. We are only going to use the top one, which is the Dodge tool. So let's just click on that. Okay, we're just going to zoom into the eyes. Now, if you kind of look at this photo here, and your photo is going to look different just depending how you've taken it, it's a little dark, right? We really want to be able to see a little bit more detail in the eyes before we start applying edits. So what we're going to do in this particular photo that needs to be done, and you'll have to determine on your photo if you need to make this adjustment, is go up into Image, Adjustments, into Curves. And again, the left side controls the blacks, and we're not making anything darker, so we're not going to touch this one. We're going to go to the right side, and we're just going to slide that down a little bit. And even though it's made this side of his face lighter, it hasn't done much to this side. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to just drag that back. So if we go up here into the grid boxes, we're going to go into box, the very first box. For the most part, I really only use this box for most of the bringing up of the shadows. And right in the middle of it, I'm going to click on that white line, and we're going to drag it up just a little bit. Not much, but enough so we can kind of see a little bit more what's going on this side without washing out this side too much. So let's just go before and after. And it kind of did brighten it up a bit. So we're going to go with this for right now and see if this is going to work for right now. So zoom into those eyes. We need them nice and clear. I might go even just a little bit more for you guys. There we go. Now, if you look really close, you can actually see some detail or some lights that are already existing in the eye. So we have a little bit of light here. You can see a bit of darkness here. It goes light here. And it's going to look different on any photo that you're working on, but those are what you want to pay attention to. Okay, so we're going to go back over here to the magnifying looking glass tool, and we're going to click on that with our Dodge tool. We're going to go up into exposure up here, and we're going to start at, let's say, 70%. Okay, so the exposure is kind of like the opacity, kind of works the same. And we are going to make the brush size just a little bit tinier because we want to work within the shades that we already see. And again, to adjust your brush size, just click up here where the arrow is and you have your size that you can manually drag. If you need it bigger, if you need it smaller. And what we're going to do is we're going to push down on the mouse and don't let it go. Because if you let it go, because we're under the 100%, it's going to reapply the opacity on top of that layer if we do so. So we want to hold it down until we're finished. And a good way to kind of do that is to start up at the very top where there's not so much going on. We're going to work our way around. So we're going to start. And you're kind of like roughly coloring as best as you can. Nice and rough. You kind of want to do like a zigzagging motion. Now for a bit of the catch light, depending on your photo that you have to go in, you can go over it. If you do go over it, just go over it once for now because you can actually make that too bright where it starts to look a little weird. So we're just going to go over that once. Okay. I'm going to show you, before we zoom out, I'm just going to show you a before and an after. And I'm going to take the opacity down, just maybe down to 50 now. I'm going to go over those same lines one more time. So it's just kind of rough how you're doing it. But stay away from the catch light, which is that white reflection glare that comes off the eye. Okay, let's zoom out here for a second. Okay. So we've got a before and we've got an after. Okay. Now try to remember your percentages that you're working with, and I think I totally forgot mine, but I know a rough one because I always usually work with the same two. So we're going to go to the other eye. I know it was ballpark 70, and we're going to do the same thing. So we're just doing a rough little paint, nice and rough, just where we see the lighter of the shades. Then we're going to let go, and then round two, re-click on the mouse. Let's go around those. Just like so. Stay away from the catch light. And the second go. Okay, let's zoom out. Okay. So there's, oh, sorry. So there's the before and after. Not quite there, but that's okay. It's a little bit of a layering thing. And then we're going to go back into the dodge tool one more time. We're going to bring it down to 30 this time. We're going to make the brush a little bit bigger, and we're not as zoomed in, and we're just going to go over the eye like so. Okay, just a rough thing. Now, when you're doing eyes, it's very important. The outerness of the eye always has like a black ring around it. You never want to touch those with any of your lightening or editing tools. You want that black ring. It's just part of the eye that you don't want to edit. Okay. So now for the whites of the eyes, what I like to do is I again grab that dodge tool and I do all of my eyes for the most part in 8%. So we're just going to zoom in, grab that dodge, and I just do a nice quick 8% on the whites of the eye. Okay, just like so. So pay attention to right here of the eye. So before, after. Before, after. Do you see that? Okay, now I'm going to show you how the technique that actually makes the eyes pop now that we're going to do. So let's just create a new layer. So again, layer, new, and layer via copy. That'll give you your new layer. I use my keyboard for this one this time, so it's the Windows and the letter J. You just hit those and you will create a new layer, and that's done on the PC keyboard. Excuse me. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to zoom into the eyes. Right about there. We're going to grab that eyedropper tool. So that's right above your brush tool. We're going to pick that. We're going to go into the eye, and we're going to grab not the lightest color, but we're going to grab the color that has the most color detail to it. So with his eyes, it's that blue right there that I'm seeing. Now we click and hold that down, and you can see that on our swatches that it has brought up the color that it's found, and it also shows up here. Now what we want to do is we want to grab that just by clicking on the mouse, and we want to drag it up to a bit lighter of a color. So I usually don't go too far up because then you're going to make the eye look a little unrealistic. But if you're looking to change the eye color, that's definitely a way you can do it. In the future, I may do tutorials that explain a little bit more in depth how to edit eyes with a little bit more of extreme effects and catch lights and stuff like that. But for right now, this photo was done with a very natural, soft, that was kind of the look I was going for in this photo. So that's the style that I'm teaching you with this one. Okay, so now that we have our color, what we're going to do is we just scroll down here to our the new layer that we just created. And what we're going to do, and again, I just have to move my screen over to do this, because my video recorder icons are there, is we're going to scroll down here to the new layer, or add the layer mask, and we're going to click on that. And we're going to invert this layer. And by that, if you go up to if you go up into Image, Adjustments, Invert, it changes it to black. Then we're going to go up into the box up here that says Normal. We're going to open that, and we're going to go to one called Color Dodge. So we want to click on that. So we're on Color Dodge. We are clicked on the black layer box, so it has the white perimeter around it that shows us we're on it. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go over here now to the paintbrush tool. So the paintbrush tool is the one that's just under the eyedropper tool that we picked out. We're going to open that. So again, we're going to play with opacity. Let's try right now 50%. Remember, on your photo, you may have to play with those numbers. Just zoom in a little bit right there. Grab our brush. We're going to adjust that brush size so it's about the same width as most of the color in the eye, but where it's not going to hit the black lines around the eye. And then we're going to start painting. So you hold it down, don't let go, and we're just going to go over the eye. Okay. We're going to let go. We're going to go to the next eye, push down on the mouse, hold it. We're going to go over the eye, just like so. Okay. So let's zoom out here for a second. There's the before, and there's the after. There's the before, And there's the after. So we're going to go in a little bit closer. So there's the before, and there's the after. Now, when I originally did this photo here, I did not at all think that this was going to turn out the way that it was going to, let alone that I was going to get a lot of responses and feedback on Facebook, which, thank you so much, guys, means the world to me. Truly do appreciate all the comments and the support. But I don't remember every exact step that I exactly did. So I am doing my best to recreate how I did this photo. So some of it may look a little off, and I'm just seeing for the first time that with the eyes that I actually had probably a little bit more gray as opposed to the blue, or that I didn't go as strong with the first layer of dodges. So I can try to readjust those if if you're wanting to achieve this overall look and not liking this new color that's put onto him, I can correct that. But again, you guys are working with your own photos, so this is really just my interpretation of my techniques for you guys to kind of put together on your own work. So just kind of wanted to point that out with you. Doing my best here. Okay, so moving forward, before and after. So with the technique of the dodge and the mask on that, that is really how you make those eyes pop. So I just want to show you guys again one more time. So that's before, just when we did the dodging itself, which you can do. But when you use this method of the black mask and the color dodge, you really get that nice pop in the eyes. So I wanted to get this video to you guys as quick as I possibly can. So I think the next video I'm going to touch base a little bit more on dodging and burning, which is the highlighting of the skin. And I do apologize again that I haven't been getting the videos as quick as I wanted to out to you guys, but we've just been getting hammered with a lot of snow and a lot of just chores it's kind of put on my plate. And as well with being a full-time mom to this handsome little boy here, am trying very hard for you guys. So I hope you liked how to do the quick eye bright tutorial, and please again like, subscribe, drop a comment down below and let me know if these tutorials are working for you. And also feel free to check out my Facebook photography page at Tanya Tremblay Photography if you're interested in following any of my work, and I'll see if I can post that in the link below. So hope you guys enjoyed. Awesome. Have a good day. Bye.